The personalities on this radio show are going to take a quick break. They're going to get a cup of coffee, call mommy and ask for gas money, and they'll be right back.
Yay! See you later, Stephanie. See you, Maine. Let's do this. Palm olive girls, come on. Bongo bongo hair bounce. Bongo hair bounce. Bongo bongo hair bounce. Bongo hair bounce. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Kisita ay bango ng hair ko. Ang gaan at ang lambot ko. Kaya girl, ngayon palm olive ang gamitin mo. Ready ka, always on the go. Wow, magaan ang bouncy ng hair mo. With palm olive, bongo bongo bounce ang hair mo. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Soft and soft and hair with palm olive. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Ang gaan ng hair with palm olive. Bongo bongo hair bounce. Bongo hair bounce. Bongo bongo hair bounce. Bongo hair bounce. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Soft and hair with palm olive. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Ang gaan ng hair with palm olive. Bongo bongo hair bounce. Bongo hair bounce. Bongo bongo hair bounce with palm olive.
Dysmenorrhea? Dysmenorrhea?
Toothache? Toothache? Headache? Headache!
Dysmenorrhea?
Toothache? Headache! O, di ba wala na nga?
Walang pain with Dolphinal. With PGE2 pain blockers that help stop pain from its source. Walang pain, good vibes lang. Huwag na humanap ng iba. Dolphinal na.
Para laging good vibes, Madolphinal.
Alagang tunay, alagang Pilipino.
Busog!
Mag-Dutch Meal Delight muna.
Bakit? Ooh!
Alam niyo ba that probiotics help you with digestion? But they don't last long. Buti na lang, ang Dutch Meal Delight ay may duo-active formula with prebiotic fibers that help probiotics live longer and digest food better than probiotics alone. Para healthier tummy at stronger immunity. Mag-Dutch Meal Delight na!
Magandang umaga sa inyo mga kababayan. Ang araw ngayon ay September 29, 2022 at kasama natin ang ating kabalitaan na si
Ako po si QUEENIE LONTOK.
at ako naman si AIERON BERMAS. At kami po ang maghahatid sa inyo ng mga nagbabagong balita.
Dito lang sa TMJR Teleradyo Balita.
At bago natin sabihin ang mga nagbabagong balita, alamin muna natin ang estado ng panahon ngayon. At para bukas, Kuya Joaquin, pasok!
Magandang umaga sa inyo mga kababayan. At eto naman ang lagay ng ating panahon ngayong araw. Nakikita po natin ngayong araw ay makulimlim at napakaulap na may kasamang pabugsubugsong pagulan sa bandang Metro Manila at mga karatig lugar. At ang lagay ng panahon natin ngayon ay 31 degrees Celsius na may ulap at pabugsubugsong pagulan. Inaasahan na po nating mamayang gabi na magkakaroon ng paglakas ng ulan at hangin. At base sa impormasyon na nakalap sa weather forecasting system para bukas, inaasahan na mas titindi ang pagulan sa panig ng extreme northern Luzon at mga partikular na lugar sa Leyte, Cebu, Nueva Vizcaya at mga karatig lugar sa Visayas. Isa na rin sa mga paghahanda sa paparating na panibagong bagyo ay ang pagpapakawala ng tubig sa Magat Dam. Ayon sa Magat River Integrated Irrigation System, magpapakawala sila ng 200 cubic meters at bubuksan ang isang gate at maaari pang dagdagan depende sa buhos ng lakas ng ulan. Bilang pagpapaalala sa mga residente na nasa kalapit lugar nito at sa mga malapit sa ilog ay iwasan muna ng pananatili rito pati na din ang mga alagang hayop at mamalagi muna sa mga ligtas na evacuation center. Kaya wag nating kalimutan ang ating dalang payong at mag-ingat para ngayon at bukas. Back to you, AIERON.
Salamat, Joaquin.
Samantala, atin naman pag-usapan ang katatapos lang na Super Typhoon Carding. Alamin natin sa balita live on air ni Alexis Arnesto.
Magandang umaga, Aaron at Queenie. Si Carding ay kalabing-isang tropical cyclone ng Pilipinas para sa 2022 ay humagupit sa gitnang Luzon na may malakas na ulan at malakas na hangin. Pareho nitong naapektuhan ng northern at southern Luzon. Naglandfall si Carding bilang isang super typhoon sa Buardos, Quezon, linggo ng hapon, September 25, bago lumipat sa Dingalan, Aurora sa gabi. Dumaan ito sa Nueva Ecija, Tarlac at Zambales bago lumabas sa baybayin ng Zambales noong Lunes, September 26. Ang balita na ito para sa mga pagtataya ng pag-asa, mga update sa mga lugar na apektado ng Carding, ang pinakabagong mga balita sa pagtugon ng gobyerno at iba pang kritikal na impormasyon pagkatapos ng tropical cyclone. Iniulat naman ng National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, NDRRMC, ang hindi bababa sa 8 pagkamatay mula sa Super Typhoon Carding noong Martes ng umaga, September 27, kabilang sa mga biktima ang 5 rescuer mula sa Bulacan, 2 mula sa Zambales at 1 mula Quezon. Inilagay ng NDRRMC ang bilang ng mga nasawi sa Siam kaninang Martes. Sa Mercedes Camarines Norte, 3 na rin ang nawawala at hindi bababa sa 146 na pamilya o 467 na individual ang inilikas sa Cagayan Valley dahil sa malakas na pagulan dala ng bagyong Carding. At ayan ang mga balita tungkol sa Super Typhoon Carding. Back to you, Queenie.
Kamakailan lang ay nagbigay ng panayam ang ating Pangulong Marcos patungkol sa Super Typhoon Carding. Alamin natin sa balita live on air ni Chelsea DEDUQUE.
Nagpayag noong Lunes ang Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. na maaaring maswerte ang Pilipinas sa gitna ng pananalasan ng bagyong Carding, na sinabing pinaghandaan ito ng mga ahensya at gobyerno.
Well, I think that we may have gotten lucky this time a little bit. But I think it's clear from from what we did these last 2 days is that very, very important is preparation. Get people out of the areas of danger, put all of your assets that you're going to use pagka mag-rescue, para mag-relief, put them in place as much as possible.
Ayon din kay Marcos, walang overkill pagdating sa paghahanda sa sakuna dahil mas mabuting labis sa paghandaan ang mga epekto nito.
But I think that the preparation that we did all day yesterday, just making sure that everything was pre-positioned, we had a plan for whatever would happen. We were ready for all of this. I always, you might think that we overdid it. There's no such thing as overkill when it comes to disaster. So tama ito, put everything in place. Kahit kung puti na yung sobra nasasabutan.
Samantala, sa parehong briefing, sinabi ni Marcos na ang mga kamakailang bagyo ay mabilis na umuunlad. Nabanggit na hindi ito ang kaso noon.
Is not going to be a tendency that the typhoons develop so rapidly. But that developed over 24 hours. It was not a super typhoon and boom it was. This one the same. We went from signal number 2 to signal number 5 in a period of like 3 hours, 4 hours. Is that going to be is that the trend? And yan na yung climate change? Wala naman tayo ganyan naman. Exactly po. Matagal na tayo nagpapantay ng bagyo. It's not as soon as every day.
Idinagdag nito kung saan umari ito ng iba't ibang saloobin mula sa netizens.
Maraming salamat, Chelsea.
Muling nabuksan ang kasong rape and act of lasciviousness na isinampa ng modelong
si Denise Cornejo sa Filipinong komedyan na si Bong Navarro. Pakinggan ang update kay Katie Castillo.
Matatandang nasabing issue ay naganap na noong taong 2014 kung saan ay nagsampa din ng kasong rape si Denise Cornejo kay Bong Navarro. Sinasabi ng modelo na nagkaroon daw ng kaganapang rape sa kanilang pagitan. Ngunit ayon sa NBI, malabo daw na maganap ang rape base sa mga ebidensya pinapakita ng CCTV footage sa kondo ng modelo. Sa unang kaganapan, pumabor sa panig ng nasabing komedyante ang hustisya, sapagkat paiba-ibang nakukuhang pahayag mula kay Denise. Ngunit itong mga nakarang araw ay hindi na mapalagay si Bong Navarro at ang kanyang may bahay na si Tanya Bautista.
Isa na namang mainit na issue ang hatid namin ngayong araw. Usap-usapan sa social media na hiwalay na raw ang aktres na si Sunshine Cruz at ang kanyang kinakasamang businessman at politician na si Maki Matei. Alamin natin ang chika ni Katie Castillo.
Matapos ng 5 taong pagsasama ni Sunshine Cruz at Maki Matei, hiwalay na. Inunfollow na ni Sunshine Cruz ang kanyang boyfriend na si Maki Matei sa Instagram. Nag-post din ang aktres ng mga misteryosong mensahe sa kanyang Instagram na nag-udyok sa mga followers na pagpalagay na break na sila ng kanyang boyfriend. Bagamat walang kumpirmasyon na ibinigay ng magkabilang partido, taos-pusong mensahe ang ginawa ng mga kaibigan ng aktres sa post ni Sunshine. Sending you hugs, Shine. Hope you're doing okay now. Komento ng aktres na si Rufa Gutierrez. At tight hug and kisses for you, Shine naman kay Cathy Valencia. Ako si Katie Castillo, lagi updated sa Chismis ng Bayan.
Kumpirmado na ang World Tour concert ni Pitbull o aka Mr. Worldwide. At pumapangatlo ang Pilipinas sa kanyang destinasyon. Dahil dito, maraming Pinoy fans ang nasabik makita si Pitbull dito sa Pinas. Makikismis kay SOPHIA LIGSA.
Nakuha ang atensyon ng mga Pilipinong tagapaghanga ni Pitbull matapos niyang i-tweet sa kanyang Twitter account na Bing Bada Boom, Mr. Worldwide, Philippines, here I come, nitong weekend. 2013 na huling mag-concert dito si Pitbull sa Pinas, kung kaya't maraming Pinoy fans ang nag-aabang sa kanyang concert na gaganapin sa buwan ng Pebrero. Ilan sa mga sikat niyang kanta ay ang Don't Stop the Party, Hotel Room Service, Fireball at Timber ay inaasang kanyang kakantahin sa gaganapin na concert. Ito ang aking baong chismis sa araw na ito. Muli, ako si Sophia Ligsa, laging updated sa Chismis ng Bayan.
Maraming salamat Katie at Sophia.
At diyan nagtatapos ang ating balitaan ngayong araw.
Muli, ako si AIERON BERMAS.
At ako naman si QUEENIE LONTOK.
Go to your socials now and tell everybody that you love this radio station.
Ang Lucky Me Spicy Labuyo, may spicy chicken.
I love you.
Spicy pork.
I love you.
Spicy beef.
I love you.
Iba't ibang anghang nasa Lucky Me Spicy Labuyo Mami.
I love you. Lucky me.
Even hairstylists are impressed. Her secret? New Head & Shoulders Smooth and Silky moisturizes hair from roots to tips. 100% dandruff-free, smooth and silky hair.
The best songs on the radio. This is my only favorite station.
Sa'kin nakatingin, parang lumilipad na lang sa hangin. Di na mapakali, ikaw lang naman ang ninanais. Di ba nalilito ang puso mo kung saan napapunta? Sa akin ba sinta? Huwag mo sanang isipin na parang wala lang sa'kin ang lahat nating pinagsamahan. Isasayaw kita na para pag ito ng panghuli natin sinta. Huwag kang mag-alala, di kita hahayaang mag-isa. Sasamahan nga kita sa dulo ng ligaya. aking gusto. Teka, ang bulag mo naman kung di pa rin nasisilayan. Nagbago na ang pagtingin. Huwag mo sanang isipin na parang wala lang sa'kin ang lahat nating pinagsamahan. Isasayaw kita na para bang ito na ang panghuli natin sinta. Huwag ka mag-alala, di kita hahayaang mag-isa. Sasamahan nga kita sa dulo na ligaya. Isasayaw kita na para bang walang nakatingin sa atin sinta. Huwag kang mag-alala, di kita hahayaang mag-isa. Sasamahan nga kita. Isasayaw sa dulo.
We were in the backseat, drunk on something stronger than the drinks in the bar. I rent a place on Cornelia Street. I sit casually in the car. We were a fresh page on the desk, filling in the blanks as we go. As if the street lights pointed in an arrowhead leading us home. And I hope I never lose you, hope it never ends. I never walk Cornelia Street again. That's the kind of heartbreak time could never mend. I never walk Cornelia Street again. And baby, I get mystified by how this city screams your name. And baby, I'm so terrified of if you ever walk away. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. Windows come wide open, autumn air, jacket round my shoulders is yours. We bless the rains on Cornelia Street, memorize the creaks in the floor. Back when we were card sharks, playing games, I thought you were leading me on. I packed my bags, left Cornelia Street before you even knew I was gone. But then you called, showed your hand, I turned around before I hit the tunnel, sat on the roof, you and I hope I never lose you, hope it never ends. I never walk Cornelia Street again. That's the kind of heartbreak time could never mend. I never walk Cornelia Street again. And baby, I get mystified by how this city screams your name. And baby, I'm so terrified of if you ever walk away. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. You hold my hand on the street, walk me back to that apartment years ago. We were just inside, barefoot in the kitchen, sacred new beginnings that became my religion. Listen, I hope I never lose you. I never walk Cornelia Street again. Oh, never again. And baby, I get mystified by how this city screams your name. And baby, I'm so terrified of if you ever walk away. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. A place on Cornelia Street, I sit casually in the car.
The chimes are the times, and the music for your soul, your kind of radio. Right here, my one and only station.
Magandang umaga sa inyong mga nakikinig. Ako si DJ John, and you're listening in Story of the Antecedent with DJ John. Our today's featured story is something that can hurt and make you realize a lot of things. Dear John, first of all, may everyone who's listening have a nice day or night. I'm forever grateful for having the chance to share a story from my past, which made a grave impact in my course of life. Just call me L, 29 years old, and this is my story.
Have you ever thought what will happen to us in the future?
My best friend Ace asked. It was fall, so it was getting colder as time passed. We were at our usual spot in the park, under the big maple tree. I looked at him in confusion. Bakit mo naman natanong yan? I answered him, while playing with the dried autumn leaves. He looked at me and gave me a small smile.
Wala. Just curious lang, you know? Ano kaya mangyayari sa future? Are we still friends? How many kids do we have? Did we achieve our dreams? Those kind of thoughts.
He pondered. I gave him a flick in the forehead, making him wince from pain.
Aray! Ba't ka naman namimitik?
He said while rubbing a spot where I hit him earlier. Ang layo pa ng future, no? But of course, we're still friends. Hindi ka naman alis, diba? So, magkasama pa rin tayo? I innocently asked him. He looked at me in surprise, almost as if like I said something wrong. He gave me a small smile, but it looked sad, almost. I just shrugged it off. Baka pagod. Oo, baka pagod lang.
Of course not,
he said. Liar. A month after he said that, I found myself in front of their house. He and his family were moving to a different city. Why did you tell me na nilipat kayo? I asked, trying my best not to cry. Not now. I was gripping my shirt so hard that my knuckles turned white. He looked taken aback for a moment, immediately averting his eyes away from me.
I'm sorry?
Was the only thing he said while looking down. Sorry? It's too late, Ace. Kung hindi ko pa kayo makikita, hindi ko pa malalaman na aalis pala kayo. I was hurt when I saw them carrying bags and boxes. They're moving. Pumasok agad sa isip ko.
I'm sorry. I'll try my best to visit you every year, okay? August 7, at our usual spot. Kaya huwag ka nang sad. I promise, bibisitahin kita.
He held my hand as assurance. That was the last straw. I hugged him, hiding my face in his chest while sobbing. Oo na! Promise mo yan, ha? Kung fake news niya, sasalpakin talaga kita pag nakita kita. I looked up to him. He gave me a reassuring smile, wiping my tears off my face.
Oo, kaya huwag ka na masyado malungkot. Pangit mo pa naman pag umiiyak ka.
But nagawa po kasi rin ng loko. I slapped his arms in response, and I bid him farewell after that. August 7, 2022. It's currently 4:51 p.m. Today is August 7, which means ngayon ang araw kung kailan kami makikita ni Ace. 5:30 pa ang meeting time namin, but I was so excited na wala pang 5 na dito na ako sa favorite spot namin. Time flew by so fast, no? It's already been 1 year since Ace's family moved, 1 year since I last saw him, and 1 year since we last were together. Ace arrived at 5:15 p.m. I immediately enveloped him to a warm hug, crying as I said the sentences, I missed you, gago. Bakit mo pa rin pala? We talked for hours. We talked about what happened while he was away, how was his new school, friends, and him. We also ate a lot of food, kaya feel ko tumaba ko ng onte. It was already 9:30 p.m. when he left, and I was left alone. Again. But hey, at least hindi niya sinira pangako niya. August 7, 2023. Again, a year has already passed. A lot of things changed during the past year. Our routine of texting each other every day turned into some days and our routine of calling each other every night turned into twice a week. What happened? I too don't exactly know what happened. Nagising na lang akong isang araw and there weren't any notifications coming from him, telling me his daily good morning texts and reminding me to eat breakfast. None. Not exactly none, but he sometimes sends them. But still, something changed. We agreed to meet at our usual time, 5:30 p.m. I arrived under the maple tree, and I felt somewhat melancholic. It was already 5:10 p.m. when I arrived. 5:30 p.m. came, and there was no shadow nor silhouette of him. Weird. Ace was always on time, sometimes even arriving earlier than the supposed time. Maybe it's because of the traffic? Yeah, traffic. He arrived 15 minutes late. You sure took your time.
I was busy with other things.
His tone was cold.
I showed up naman, right? That's all that matters.
He said in annoyance, sitting down on the bench. Yeah, he's right. He still went and didn't break his promise. And that's all that matters. They were already in college. Of course they'd be busy with other things. How insensitive of me. Sorry.
Dapat lang.
He said, which surprised me. I felt suffocated. The tension was so thick that a knife could cut through it. Ace. Silence. You're okay, right? He looked at me softly, giving me a small smile.
Of course we are.
August 7, 2024. This year, Ace was late. Again. As usual, I came at 5:15 p.m. as to where he arrived at 7. Buti dumating ka pa.
Quit it. I went somewhere before I came here. I have other priorities, remember that. And at least I still even came though I'm busy.
Ouch. Busy din naman ako Pero di ako late dumating. I always kiss my plans sa ano to, pero ikaw...
So you're making me seem like it's my fault now.
Hey, Starls. Annoyingly looking at me.
If you were busy, edi dapat sinabi mo, di ba? Hindi yung nanonumbat ka pa.
He scoffs, diverting his attention somewhere. I stood there, speechless. What happened, Ace? Just... what happened? You felt like home before, but I'm not so sure now. How did it come to this? You're near, yet so far. Tears were threatening to spill down. Even so, I tried to stay composed, but I can't.
If you aren't gonna say anything, I'm gonna leave. This is getting pointless.
He said and started walking away. Ace, I wanted to say something, yet no words seemed to come out of my mouth. That was when I lost it. I watched him as he walks away, tears blurring my sight. I tried wiping my tears, yet new ones just came rushing down. I was alone yet again. August 7, 2025. A year has passed since I last saw him, and a year after I last talked to him. He stopped contacting me or texting me after that. I still send him texts every day, but it just remained as delivered. This time, I was sure that he changed. And it pains me just thinking about how he came to this point. This year, he didn't come. It was fall, the season where we still together, me and Ace. I bitterly smiled. I waited and hoped he'd come. But reality comes crashing down at me. I was blinded by hope into thinking we can be like how it was before. How foolish. Still, I waited and waited until it was already dark outside. He was already slipping away before. Yet, I was blinded by my feelings that I didn't notice. I just realized it when he finally slipped away. August 7, 2026. This year, I came alone. This time, I accepted the fact that he's not gonna come. This time, I accepted the fact that he was never mine. But still, there was a part of me hoping that he'd come. Ace was a breath of fresh air, the fire in the midst of the cold winter. Loving him felt as natural and as easy as breathing. I knew from the start that I loved him. Yet, I couldn't risk our friendship over something superficial such as my feelings. So, I was content with loving him from a distance. He was my everything. My first love, my greatest love, best friend, partner in crime, you name it. But losing him was the most difficult thing. Losing him meant losing a part of me. If having a broken heart was like this, I sure didn't want to experience it again. But he's Ace. And Ace is something worth risking the chance for. I came home with a heavy heart that night. August 7, 2027. I swore to myself that this is the last time I'm gonna come here. The last time where I think of Ace and think of me first. I looked at the big maple tree, smiling sadly as I remembered the memories I spent here with him. Loving Ace was one of the things I'm never gonna regret. Loving him made me realize that I am worthy of someone, even if that someone isn't him. That we were made for each other. But how can we be for each other when he isn't mine in the first place? How can I lose him when he isn't mine in the first place? I didn't realize that loving you can be this painful, Ace, I said with a sad smile, looking at the big tree. But loving you was one of the best things that happened to me, even if it meant losing you. I whispered the last sentence as my voice faltered. Thank you, Ace, I said, even though he probably won't hear it. I realized that this is really the end for us. But still, thank you for being a part of my life. I genuinely said. A weight suddenly lifted off of my chest. Hanggang pala sa pakiramdam. I started to walk away from where it all started, and to where it all finally ended. I looked at the tree one last time before finally moving on. Little did I know, the sad person was behind the tree, listening to everything with a teary smile.
Thank you too. It's been 4 years since I last went to the maple tree, and 7 years since I saw him in the flesh. During those times, I reflected on the things that happened. I still wish that things could go back between me and Ace. Even if we can only stay as acquaintances, the most important thing that I learned from my experience is change is constant, and it is inevitable. We need to learn to let go and move on. Even if it means permanently letting go, I can only pray and wish the best for Ace. And Ace, if you're listening, I hope you are happy, because I can confidently say that I am, and I hope you are too. Love, L.